Tybee. I actually went out to the beach with my sister, and a buddy showed up with one of his friends, and she had brought along her friend, Cydney.
He was with all his friends, and I instantly was attracted to him, even though I had to pretend like I wasn't, because I had to play it cool. And he told me that he told his sister that day that he was going to make me his girlfriend.
I remember just thinking how clever she was. She actually had a boyfriend at the time when I met her, but my sister, I leaned over to her and I told her, probably 2 hours after I'd been hanging out with her, that she was going to be my girlfriend one day. And my sister obviously laughed at me and thought I was being cheesy.
I never saw him again, and then 2 weeks later, I ran into him on the side of the road when I had locked my keys in my car. And then again, a week later, at a bar, and I finally said to him, "Here's my number. You forgot to ask for it." And so he called me and took me to the same place where we met, and it was history.
I asked her out on a date, to go back to the beach, something nice and casual. And so I picked her up that morning, the following morning, and I remember we went down to the beach and we had a blast. I mean, and that was it. I think about it, after we went to the beach, and it couldn't have been more perfect, is we went to a little hole-in-the-wall bar, and it had a tin roof, and it just happened to start storming while we were eating there. And we had a live band outside, and there was lightning, and it was crashing, it was thundering. They were playing Hotel California, and I remember that band. It was later in the evening. They were feeling pretty good then, so they forgot the lyrics, and they kept repeating the same stuff over and over again. We listened to Hotel California for probably 15 minutes. So then we hung out afterwards, and that was the night when we had dinner in the rain, under the lightning, under the tin roof, listening to Hotel California. That was the first time that we ever kissed. And I mean, it's just pretty much history after that. And I guess it was, I mean, pretty much right then I knew that I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life, with Cydney for the rest of my life. We started talking about it not long after. I mean, probably sooner than what most people would, but we kind of knew.
The day he proposed to me was the same place that we met, and the same place he took me on my first date. And he's just made me the happiest person ever. I haven't been happier since I met this guy.
The next big step was asking her father, which was about the most frightening thing I've ever done in my life, other than marrying Cydney. But because it's a good thing, and I was just scared. But it's definitely the best decision I've ever made.
I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see how nervous he is. I can't wait to see if he cries. But he's the one I want to be with so bad right now. I'm so nervous and scared, but I can't have him right now, and I want him. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be with him forever. I'm nervous. My favorite thing about Dennis was the little girl that I did not think would take over my heart, but totally did. And I'm so thankful that I'm gonna have my own daughter. And to see him as such an amazing father is the most comforting thing ever. And I got a 2-for-1 deal with them for sure. I can't wait to be a family.
My wedding wish to you. This time a lot of fathers will stand up here and say, happiness, love, great family, all great attributes. My wedding wish to you is laughter. I think laughter is the best prescription for a healthy marriage. So, raise your glasses to Cydney and Dennis. To a lifetime of smiles together.
Salud! Unlike some friends, this is one that I'll never stop talking to and always be a big part of my family and me, and I'm just thankful to have him. And then I got to meet lovely Cydney over here, I met Cydney, and I knew from then that she was a fun girl. That was going to be a great fit for Dennis. And fortunately, she has a backbone that's strong enough to deal with somebody as pig-headed as Dennis can be. So the match works out quite well. And then Cydney also just became an incredible friend so quickly. Every time I came into town to visit after I moved away, she was the first person to say hello and that she loved me and that we could have a great time. So I really appreciate that you were able to accept me as quickly as you did that guy.
Dennis and I, all around Wilmington Island, we chased each other on bikes, we chased each other in cars, and we chased the women in the bars. Growing up, Dennis was always my best buddy, and growing up, he still is my best buddy. And I know that he'll make the best hubby to Cydney, because when he talks about her and when he's around her, I can just feel a true joy, peace, and happiness coming from his heart. To Cydney and Dennis.
I love you both very, very much, and I'm so happy that everyone can be here to celebrate your beautiful day. Cydney, you're my beautiful sister, and I love you so much. We're the only one that knows what my mom's heartbeat sounds like from the inside. I saw it on a meme. Because of our connection together, I know when you're happy, and I know when you're truly yourself. And I've only seen you smiling ear to ear and so happy and so authentically you that it makes me so happy. And Dennis, when I first met you in Maine, I automatically saw that you were this genuine, down-to-earth, very calm, quiet personality. So we obviously see the yin-yang thing happening here. But I've also immediately saw how happy you made my sister, and I appreciate what you've done, and I'm so happy to have you as part of our weird family.
Your love story began the day that you met on the beach at Tybee Island, to your first date, to falling in love, and now to this moment. How you will write each chapter and how the story unfolds is completely up to you. You have the power to make it a classic, timeless and unfailing. It will be the legacy of your love for each other and the commitment you have made here today. By the power invested in me by the Universal Life Church and the state of South Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Dennis, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Dennis J.